Okay, I can't really see y'all, but I hope y'all see me. Ladies, this is gonna be one. It's gonna be a fast one. I got shit to do. But this one is about healing. This one is about your healing journey. I'm gonna stick to the topic. I got shit to do. I got things I got to do. I do want to say that a lot of y'all are actually afraid of love. Again, mark my words. I said again. Um, a lot of y'all are afraid. Y'all are afraid of what the end of that healing journey brings. If you know what I'm saying. Like y'all are afraid of becoming healed, becoming a better person for whoever you choose. I can't even see in my phone, so hopefully y'all can see me. But I feel like I'm like one of the dudes who always gotta do my tie, fix my tie. So this one is about healing, right? And in my experience, right, I have known and also dealt with a lot or few, but I could say a lot because I've known as well. A lot of not even ladies, people, because there are men the same way, right? They've been through a bad situation, a really horrible situation, a relationship with someone who destroyed the good person inside of them. They were a good person. They were a good person, and they met a not so good person, and that person destroyed the good person inside of them, right? Which is horrible for the universe, which is horrible for the world. I laugh about it, but it's the truth. It is horrible because it takes one to teach one, right? We all know that it takes one to teach one. And if Sally had a horrible relationship because Raheem did her dirty, or it doesn't even have to be a dude. It could be her father. It could be his mother. It could be his aunt, his cousin, his sisters. He had that, and so you automatically start to judge. The reason why the black culture, this culture here, is or African American, whatever you want to call yourself, more black, African American, indigenous, whatever y'all call yourselves, Blackfoot, red sniper, whatever y'all call yourselves. The reason why we are having trouble, right, is because our men and our women are at war with each other. We're like really the only culture that's at war with each other. We're the only ones that aren't loving each other the way we're supposed to. And that's because a lot of us go through some things, and you know, we can go real deep, like the way the government did the community. We can do all of that. But once you hit a certain age, it's just time to like take all fault and blame it on yourself. Because I know I was out there being a womanizer. You know, I was out there being a womanizer. I womanized. I hurt people. I'm going to be again on a day of Yom Kippur. I'm going to be held accountable for the hearts I broke, for the hearts that I broke, or for the lives that I've made uncomfortable because this woman loved me and this person loved me and I treated her this bad. But guess what? Then she did it to the next guy, and then that guy did it to the next girl, like broke her heart and treated her so bad because the cycle continued, and I'm going to be held accountable for all of that. And I know this, right? Um, yeah, I know it. So it's for me to talk about it. I'm trying to fix some of the things that I destroyed. If it wasn't broken, I wouldn't fix it. A lot of I turned my back on the destroyers, and I was like not only a destroyer, I was the destroyer club president. You know, um, but I take accountability. I take accountability. The problem with a lot of us, men and women, we know black women, y'all gonna get mad at me, but we know for a fact accountability is not in the black woman dictionary. Whatever that dictionary is called, Tamika, Rashida, Yolanda, Mia, Nakia, uh, or whatever, whatever that black woman dictionary is. A large majority, because I can't point the finger and say everybody, because then I haven't healed. Then I feel like I'm doing what I'm asking us not to do, right? So there's a large majority, a vast majority of women that have yet to heal, and a vast majority of men that also have yet to heal. But in my experience, I'm going to speak on women because I date women. I don't date men. So this is not like I'm being a male chauvinist or I'm being misogynistic or anything like that. This right here is about me talking about my experience. In my experience, I've dated women, not men. Okay, it's just not what I do. So what I do want to say is, when I left the sick-minded ones and decided to treat people in general better, whether male or female, whether friend or girlfriend, you understand? When I decided to just be a better person for myself, my karma, because I believe karma is a thing, right? My karma started to get at me, right? What I'm learning now is, see, I have nothing to do with it. I served my time. I did my time. You know what I'm saying? I did my probationary period and all that. God let me know. Allahu Alam. I've done my time. Um, Here's the thing. I'm learning that you can have a you can have a very, very, very successful future marriage, family, relationship, but for some reason, you have to destroy it with your mindset and the way that you think. I can't be, let me tell you, I can't be a great person to her, right? But I preach very horrible things about women. Very horrible. I don't see no good in women at all. But I'm stating that I could be a very good husband and a very good uh, boyfriend and all of that stuff. We don't play boyfriend in this land, you know. We You're either intended and married or you're not. So, you know, there's no way that I could be a good person to to another person if I'm not healed here. I have to be healed mentally, right? Of course I have to be healed emotionally. I mean, that takes time. Emotionally, it takes a lot of time, because if you break my heart, I'm going to be I'm going to be upset. Like I'm going to protect that by any means necessary. I'm going to protect that at all costs. But in order to become a good person in what you feel like you might be, some of you just don't want to be. Y'all don't care to be. But in order to become one, it starts here. So I can't practice. I can't speak. The tongue is the most powerful weapon. We all know that the tongue is the most powerful weapon, right? That God created. Without the tongue, there would be no war, right? So most of us, a lot of us who are divorced and all of that stuff would still be married if it wasn't for the tongue. Some desire communication. Some desire respect. So you get what I'm saying? So if we preach horrible things and teach the people, because a lot of us that speak are leaders. You know, a lot of if you're all over social media, if you're all over all in the world and you're talking, we all got leader. I think most people have leadership potential. I just think that a lot of us use our powers to become an evil villain as opposed to a superhero. If that makes any sense, if you know what I'm saying. But a lot of us have the potential to be great leaders. Do we use that potential? No. I feel like uh, after the civil rights movement and all of that, I'm going deep. After the civil rights movement and all of that, where we feel like we have equal opportunity out here. Because if you have some black people, they'll say that we're not under the 400 years of oppression. We actually have the equal opportunity because Barack Obama was the president, and we have our vice president is a black woman. You see what I'm saying? Like they'll say things like that, but I almost lost my train of thought. But we'll say things like that. But I feel like after that we decided once we got over the hump of being able to walk freely in America without being enslaved. We're still oppressed. Personally, my belief is we're still oppressed in many ways. In many ways. Um, we're not going to go there. This isn't about racism. I am not racist. First of all, first and foremost, I am not. I don't play those games. Love is love and all that. You know. Here's the thing though. I feel like when that worry slowed down, we had nothing else to do. And because of the Willie Lynch letter, which isn't even real, the Willie Lynch book, everybody like to talk about Willie Lynch. That's not even a real thing. That was put out there to have us twisted. A lot of you gotta watch the 52 fake out. But I feel like they put the letter out there to instill in our brains that the younger women should be against the older women. The women should be against the men. The older men should be against the younger men. The lighter complected should be against the darker complected. No, this is not about race. I'm speaking within my community. I am not a racist at all. But I'm very pro who I am. So I'm very pro black. I am very pro man. I am very pro dad. You understand what I'm saying? I am very pro class, and I am very pro handsome. But other than that, I feel like the healing journey starts once you decide not to think the way you usually think. Once you decide, because it's always a decision, right? Once you decide, I hate my neighbor. No, not me, not really. I hate my neighbor. But you know what? Good morning. Hey. And then when your neighbor walk on your grass or whatever, I don't know, I'm making shit up. But when your neighbor walk on your grass or like their kid pee in your lawn or the dog come, I don't know, and you decide to not allow that to bother you, you decide not to let that bother you, and not only did you make the decision, it actually doesn't bother you, you are healed. That's when you know, that healing journey that you're on is taking effect, and it is working, right? That's just a small. I'm going to get to anybody that said anything. Y'all know when I be driving, I can't really go. But I definitely at the end, I'm going to speak my piece to each and everybody who have their opinion or just saying hello. Um, yeah. Once you realize, all right, I did that, the healing journey. But that's just a small portion of what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, some of you ladies, as much as I love y'all, man, like I love y'all, I love y'all, ladies, and we all black men, we love y'all, and y'all love us. We play hate, but there's a secret thing inside your mind, in your head, that is making you hate black men.